Hey everybody, today we're going to look at the study guide for test number 2. And so in class you should have already worked on this and tried to start doing things and try to get everything correct. But now I'm going to go through it with you so you make sure you have the right answers and you understand how to do step by step through all this stuff. So here, when it comes to like number 1, the directions say to solve and graph and write in interval notation. So when we solve and graph this out, we're going to solve it with inequalities, graph it on a number line, and then we're going to write interval notation from that. So here, whenever we have everything here, the first thing to do is go ahead and distribute so we can get the parenthesis gone. We get rid of our parenthesis. So we're distributing that -4 to each one of those. So we're multiplying it. So we get 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to -6x minus 4x minus 8. Okay, then we combine like terms. So here and here, we combine those. So it gives us a -10x minus 8. And we get 2x minus 3. All right, now again, the whole goal now is to get the x's on one side and get the numbers on the other side. So the x's on the left side, numbers on the right. Because again, once we get that down to the final answer, wherever that arrow is pointing, wherever this is pointing to, that's where the way we shade. So here, let's add 10 to both sides. Add 10x. And then let's add 3 to both sides. Okay, and so at that point, just now we divide by divide by 12 to get x by itself. And some of you be like, oh my gosh, we got a fraction. This is horrible. I didn't do something right. It's all right. Fractions are okay. You don't always get whole numbers. So in this case, if you got a fraction there, you did it right. You did it perfectly right. And so now all you do is graph it out. And here that's x is greater than or equal to -5 over 12. So it's greater than, so it means we shade on this direction. And we know we do a bracket there because it's cupping around that shaded part. And don't forget your infinities. They need to be there. They must be there. All right, and then the last thing is now write an interval notation. And that's it. That's all you got to do. All right, so then let's go number 2. Number 2 is very similar to that. Now here there's no parentheses or anything, so we don't have to like distribute or do anything of that sort. And we don't have any like terms on this side or on this side. So now we just move x's to the left side and move the numbers to the right side. So we subtract 5x on both sides. And with this, if you subtracted 2 first, that's fine. It doesn't really matter. So now we subtract 2. That's the way I do it. But if you subtracted 2 first, and then now you're subtracting 5x from both sides, that's fine. That still gives you the same answer that you need to have. All right, so -10 minus 2 is 8. And then here we have that going on. So we divide by -8. Get x. And again, we're dividing by negative, which means we switch our signs. So 8 divided by -8 is -1. So x is greater than -1. Then we graph that out. Again, we shade to the right here because x is greater than, and the arrow is pointing this direction. And then add your infinities. Perfect. Okay, and that's it. That's 1 and 2.